I think we should be live for the third time today, and let me just do some basic things. Let me set up the studio. I'll open Z in the meantime so you guys can see some code. And let's go to the live stream. Another live stream I'll do unlisted, and there's one more. Hello, unlisted. Yeah, so we should be good on this one. We are live now. I can see that, and yeah. So we are going to work on the camera thing today, the infinite zoom thing on our drawing application, which is this one. So you can draw stuff over here. You can draw some curves, and I'm doing like interpolation on this line. So basically we are doing a bunch of circles. That is what it means, but it is not perfect. I need to implement a few things. I can see if we can do Catmull rom application algorithm on this one for interpolation. And yeah, in today's stream I won't be doing that. I will be first of all implementing some sort of a camera. So we don't have any camera system. Before we get started with that, I need to implement the infinite canvas. So I'll do canvas size is 10,000, and when we are doing this thing, I say canvas size. So we draw on the canvas, and when we are resizing somewhere over here. We are doing a bunch of stuff that I don't need to do now. And let's start the application. So this is working fine. The application I think is really slow right now. So if we draw a bunch of stuff, see, this is working fine. But the application feels a bit slow. I need to see what we can do for this one. And yeah, so let's start with implementing the camera now. So we have the application. Hi. The mouse is very sluggish. If I do something like, let me open my terminal. We don't have htop. I'll quickly download htop, and then we can see. So we are seeing a bunch of obvious stuff. We have ray notes, which is taking 10% of the CPU. Yeah, we're using 10% of the CPU, which is great. Which is not great actually, because if we draw like some other color, let's try to reduce the canvas size for once and do like 5,000 maybe. Let's do this. So now we are able to draw pretty quickly. Let's stick to 5,000 to 5,000, and we are going to call it infinite canvas for some reason. Okay, so we have a bunch of stuff over here. We can do camera, and the way we are doing previous point and these points is also not very efficient right now. So camera 2D, what does your camera consist of? I will see. uh, I need to close this thing and this thing, right? So we have the library over here. We pass the offset, which I can do Um, can we pass like this? Yeah, can do something like this. Offset is equal to vector 2. So basically, the offset is going to be displacement from the target. Okay, camera target, rotation and zoom origin. Okay, and we have the offset, displacement from target. Right. Let's start setting some values over here. So I can do rl dot vector 2, or I can simply do this, and I can do the canvas. The target should be equal to the canvas size divided by 2, I believe, and canvas size divided by 2. Now the offset should be your screen width divided by 2. So rl dot get screen width divided by 2, rl dot get screen height divided by 2. What is the issue? This is an integer. We need to do f32, 32. Now we are good. And the rotation I can set to 0. And yeah, rotation. And what else do we need? Zoom is 1, f32 1. What's the issue? Okay, equal to. Yeah, I think we are good with the camera. Let's try to see with the camera. And when we are drawing, instead of begin drawing, we do rl dot begin drawing, begin mode 2D with the camera. I'll pass the camera over here, so it will be camera rl dot camera 2D. We pass in the camera, right? We don't do this. Defer rl dot end mode 2D. Let's see what happens now. I think we're going to segfault. This is what we have. Great. And the application is not responding for some reason. I need to figure out why is it not responding. We have the camera. Did I get the offset and this thing like in the opposite way? Offset and target. Okay, still we are not able to draw on this stuff. Why not? Okay, let's see. Hmm. We draw the texture. Let's do this once. No. Hmm. I'm not sure what we are doing wrong over here. I think this was correct anyways. So canvas size divided by 2. Let me read more about the camera stuff. We need a browser. So this is the camera stuff. Hmm. So we have the camera and the target they have set is something like this. And okay, so offset is basically the screen width divided by 2 and this. Let's set a smaller value on the target and see then. What if I comment this stuff and I say 100? What happens now? Nope, you're not rendering anything. We are not rendering anything. So my this stuff is fine. Offset is fine. Hmm. This is a bunch of update. Then we do okay. We do begin drawing. Okay, we do the drawing stuff either ways. So we do rl dot begin drawing, rl dot end drawing, and this will be deferred. So now we have our canvas, but we don't have our UI stuff because we have offset the UI thingy. Also, we are not able to draw. Hmm. What if hmm what if we do the target as 0 0? See, if we do target as 0 0, then it will come here. Okay, and we can't move the mouse. See, the mouse is coming on top. So we can draw till here. Okay. So the camera, I think. Okay. Texture, I need to see. I want to change the texture color, so let's do it ray white for some time. Uh, make it black before committing in or checking in the code. Let's see now. It is white, but when I'm drawing, it will draw only here. So we are doing an offset. That is correct. I think we need to update the offset when we are resizing. So we need to do stuff which is camera dot offset is equal to this thing. Right. So when we go here, we offset. Now it is coming in the here. Uh, Now we want to somehow like using the camera shift this up. Okay, I need to do that, and I should not defer this thing because this is taking the entire camera thing. So I'll do here and mode 2D. Now what do we have? Now I think the things are fine. But when I'm drawing here, it is drawing there, which is absolutely bizarre because I don't know why. What if I do the canvas size now? What do we get now? Now I'm not able to draw on this stuff at all. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. So I want to check if final config.ys is out of bounds. I want to check a few things. So let's do from.println is out of bounds. Uh, import this package and let's do the result. Is out of bounds is false. So it should be coming in here, right? Um, let's do drawing. It says drawing. So it is drawing somewhere, and I'm not sure it is drawing where exactly, but we can know that. We can know that. It says drawing. Begin texture. Okay. So now everything is like offset. Okay. That's interesting because we have offset everything now. So if I do the mouse position, if I print out the mouse position, then what happens? So on dot println mouse pose, mouse pose. This, this. So mouse position is this. Okay, so now it is drawing on the canvas, but it is not being offset properly. So I should probably be passing the uh, camera over here, camera 2D, and here I'll pass the camera. And I need to do the offset thing now somehow. But how do I do that? Hmm. See, when I did this, if I'm drawing over here, it is drawing right there. And then I need to minus the, or probably add the camera dot offset. Or I need to subtract the camera dot offset, right? Yeah. So I needed to subtract it. Now I'm able to draw fine. I'm able to draw. Ooh, it pans. Hi. Okay. So this stuff is working fine now. And now I need to somehow do the panning thing. So I need to move the offset. Yeah. I need to move the offset somehow. Right. And this stuff works. This stuff works. Hmm. So if I'm scrolling, I need to capture the scroll. See, this is for zoom. But what can I? Yeah, zoom is fine. Zoom is fine. See, this is zooming in. This is actually interesting. Okay, this implements the zoom. Let's see if we have something related to zoom and cheat sheet. Hmm. So for camera, I believe we have the zoom, and what we can do is if we hold the control and then like zoom, I should implement like a zoom thingy. Wait up, what do you think? What do you guys think? I should do it. So I'll do it in the update. I need to pass it as a pointer then. I need to pass this as a pointer. No, things are still working fine. This is doing fine. Ooh. Zoom is interesting, but we are still preserving things, so it should be good. Let's update it. Let's do in the update part. Uh, let's do if RL dot is mouse button down. Scroll. Do we have scroll? Is mouse button down? How do I do the scroll wheel thing? Scroll. Okay, they are doing scroll stuff, right? So I can probably cheat and get stuff from here. Um, it's a bunch of camera rotation stuff. You have the zoom, uses log scaling to provide consistent zoom. I can do this one. Yeah. I can steal this thing. Where is this EXPF coming from? Math. I'll see how we can do this. But I'm stealing this stuff from here. Um, yeah, let's implement this zoom thing. So I do camera dot zoom is equal to EXPF. What actually is EXPF? I have no idea. A variation of EXP computes e raised to the power x for floating point. Okay, for floating point it does e to the power x. So math should have it. EXPF 32 mat dot log f32 camera dot zoom right plus f32 get mouse rl dot get mouse wheel move into 0.1 f 0.1. Why is it giving me an error? Parameter base of type f32 is missing in the procedure call. So this takes an x and a base. What is the default base in this? Log f. Let's see log f. Log f. What is the default base? Is it base 10? Is it base 2? Log f default base. What if I pass a math dot e? Right, this should be fine. Now if I go here, we have zoom. But we are only zooming at the center. So I also need to change the offset probably. Yeah. The offset is all getting effed up. So I need to change that as well. From drawing over here, it is drawing there. Okay. It's actually hard to do this stuff. It's actually hard. So when I zoom out, He, it's not going to be just the offset, I believe. Um, I'm still not sure if I'm doing this correctly, but I'm thinking. I'm still thinking. Hmm. So if I'm zooming out, We do have a smooth zoom though. See, I think we should also do implement this one thing, that the thing, if we draw, see, we can see the interpolation is not very good, and this drawing stuff is pretty weird. So I think we need to do some maths over the zoom as well. That's what I think. So what I can do, I'm increasing it to the target. So target is that, and then I'm decreasing it by offset. So I'm putting it back. Should it be 1 divided by zoom? Um, let's do 1 by camera dot zoom and 1 by camera dot zoom. So now when I draw like this, it is fine. When I zoom out, it is drawing up. So basically what happened is I'm drawing over here, but the offset and the calculation is not correct. As a result, it is drawing over there. Do we need to change the offset when the zoom changes, or does the offset changes when the zoom changes? That is the question. Hmm. Because I'm not very sure how this zoom stuff works. And yeah, smooth this. Hmm. So as your zoom increases, okay. Oh, yeah. My question was, does the offset changes? So let's do dot print line offset is camera dot offset. No, the offset never changes. So now we are zoomed out and we get an x and y. The x and y should be calculated from the very left corner. Okay, this is tough. Let's see if we can get uh, zoom in relive camera. Can we get some examples? Okay, here we are zooming where the mouse is. right? And we are panning and stuff. This should be helpful. This should be helpful. So we get the mouse, we will move, get the world point that is under the mouse. Get screen to world map 2D. Ooh, this might be helpful for us. Get screen to world 2D. So we get the vector 2. So instead of doing all this math ourselves, like we are doing over here, uh, we can do this thing, rl dot get screen to world. This takes your position, so mouse pose dot x. You can pass mouse position and the camera. Uh, this right, and mouse world pause uh, is this, and then we can do the, we don't have to do this, we need to do mouse world pause. Yeah, let's see how this stuff works now. So when I'm drawing, something is still wrong, still very wrong. When I'm drawing, it is drawing from some, I don't know which point. Okay, it is working fine, I guess, right? No, it is not. So I think this is my canvas size, right? Yeah. So I think I'll continue the stream later on. I need to do some investigation on this one and do some research how this stuff works. So that's all for this stream, and let's join another stream and then we can probably complete this.